Oh my God, that's what I said. I'm horrible with
Yeah,
sports.
so it's obviously not important.
It's not important. So wait a minute. You're supposed to be helping me.
I can't.
Stephanie's here, right? Okay.
You know,
It's a whatever
I'm
moment for
sorry,
Stephanie.
I'm sorry.
It's a whatever moment. Okay. Well, Mario, have you watched Robert Griffin III?
No.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna say this.
No, I have. I need to see him.
You know, Baylor. You know, the part about this is Baylor is a contender too. The idea that he is equally proficient at the run game as well as efficient at the pass game.
Well, I have seen him.
Yeah,
I saw him early in the year.
And when he played against Oklahoma,
that's what I think I saw. That's the game I think I saw.
Right, you would have never at the beginning of the season said Oklahoma, Baylor, Oklahoma worry about Baylor, and then now Oklahoma loses.
No, I agree with you.
So I'm gonna say this. It's a quick question. Between those two, from what you know, who's big pimping and who's balling? Andrew or Robert Griffin III? Who's big pimping?
Well, I think they both. You know, Andrew. They had an off game, sort of.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
Okay. But still, you know, you got to give it to him.
Right.
You really got to give it to Stanford. So I think they're both balling.
Both balling. Nobody's big pimping yet. Big pimping is, I guess, when they get the Heisman Trophy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They should be.
They should be.
Stanford's very close because everybody's considering them a shoe-in kind of.
And I'm going to say this, you guys, don't forget, not that I'm in the backyard of USC's Matt Barkley, but he's showing himself in the big games. He may go in the draft.
He may go in the draft.
Yeah, he's delivering. He's delivering as a proficient quarterback. He doesn't have the legs, but that's okay. All right, here's the one going.
Stephanie has the legs.
Yes, okay, that's true. That's true. She has the legs.
Her.
And she you know what? Her mind.
Running back.
Appreciate her mind. Okay. All right, here's the one. Joe Paterno's far-reaching rule, there is now a term that belongs to him now that they're assigning through traditional media, the dark side. Now, Mario, before I even get to this question about the dark side, is there far worse to come? And this term may belong because it's yet to be determined.
There is far worse to come because the whole controversy that involves is that when you have a coach who sodomizes a 10-year-old boy in the school showers and it doesn't come out to the world,
right?
Then the controversy always is that cover-up.
Right.
You know, and that's the controversy. And now they have it in Syracuse. So now the big thing is to go to look at all sports for signs of pedophiles and people who've been abusing kids.
Right.
So, yeah, you got a big sports controversy. It's going to stay in the controversy. They say that they reported to the police. If it comes out that the police weren't notified and that they did nothing about this coach,
right,
and that's going to be the next level and more heads will roll.
Now, let me ask you this, because I'm not going to isolate Joe as it relates to what they call the assumable power of having a place where you know this. We're learning more how powerful Penn State was as it affected all those associated students, police,
money talks,
trustees, everything.
Bullshit walls.
A lot of power. And imagine this one woman coming out who said, hey, just the idea that everybody is going like, you stay away from Joe. Joe has the last word as it relates to what we understand. Now, that may or may not be true. Is this one of those things where the word letdown is not appropriate?
No, it's gonna be it's not a bad enough.
It's getting worse.
It's gonna get worse because you're gonna end up finding out that a whole bunch of people turn their heads at the idea of a grown man sexually abusing a 10-year-old boy, and they did it because of money and football.
Right.
And that's what's gonna come out. And no matter what way you look at it, it's gonna be horrifying to people, and it's gonna cause us, all of us, to question our judgment. Right. And I've said this before. If you walked into a public shower and saw a 60-year-old man with his penis in any place of a child, okay, what do you do?
Right.
Do you scream and yell? Do you run for the police? Do you go say nothing and talk about it later on that night at the dinner table?
No.
And what is to be the standard? And I think that's the question, because we're finding that we hold people accountable for their action or lack thereof. At least you should scream, "You son of a bitch! I'm going to get the police."
Right.
You know, because other people say, "Well, I'm too small. I'll get hurt." Well, you can yell and run for the police.
Now
that'll interrupt it.
Here's the part that's going to happen, which we call the wedging. I call it wedging yourself and separating. Everybody knows that from the Board of Trustees, which if anybody believes that the Board of Trustees coming through the former president, Spaniard, didn't know of any of this being connected individually, since the Board of Trustees placed the president on the campus, then you guys are slow. All right?
They knew they had a pedophile on their team for years, and that's where it's the issue.
Right. Now,
and they did nothing.
Here's the part that's happening. Everybody was kind of all in this. Was the police as well? Because if they're claiming, here's the part. If McCreary says, I told the police, they're going to make him prove that he did, which means you didn't hear that they said certain documents.
He already said he told the police, so that means there should be a record.
Right.
If there's no record, it means one of two things. Either he didn't tell the police, or he told the police and they didn't do a record.
Right.
Which one? Either one of those is bad.
Right.
Okay.
It's not good at all.
No,
it's not good. Okay, well, here's the thing. We know it's a letdown, yet to be determined. If it wasn't for Tebow, his name, I believe, between Tebow and Paterno, story's going to go on for a while. These two stories are going to be your top trending for a while until we get to Super Bowl. NBA, until they get on the court, it's not going to be that
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. And guess what? I'm done.
All right.
Time to go to that last segment, you guys. Stephanie, you was
ladies and gentlemen, that's
just
Victor Allen's own New Sports, his hot neo-urban look at sports. Sexy, dynamic. That's right. Tune in. That's right. It's your look at sports.